past two videos we tried to explore about the worlds of nanoscience and nanotechnology. But are we think what is the history of nanoscience? Is it coming from the name of the new development? Are our ancient don't know about the nanoscience? How nanoscience getting developed by time? Today I'm gonna make some surprise statement. Nanoscience is not a new scientific development, and our ancient also make some nanoparticles via some traditional method. Human first employed the nanoparticles in the structure in the 4th century AD, when Romans exhibited one of the most interesting examples of nanotechnology. A remarkable work in the glass created by Romans in the 4th to 5th century AD that exhibit one of the most significant examples of nanotechnology in the ancient world. The British Museum collection includes the Ligurius cup, which despite the king Ligurius being carried to underworld by Ambrisia. Surprisingly, when lighted from the outside, the cup appears green. When lighted from within the cup, that appears in reddish, and the king Ligurius appears in purple color. The explanation for this phenomenon when scientists analyze using atomic force microscope. After that analyzing, the scientists found that two colors which is observed due to the presence of nanoparticle. The red color is observed at approximately 500 nanometer by gold nanoparticle. The purple color is result due to the absorption of large gold particles, while green color is attributed to the scattering by collider dispersion of silver nanoparticles with the size is less than 400 nanometer. One of the oldest synthetic nanomaterial is Ligurius cup. The similar effect may be seen in the late medieval church window, which shine with the dazzling red and yellow colors as a result of the fusing silver and gold nanoparticles into the glass. The image shows the effect of these nanoparticles of the varying size on the stained glass window. Between 19th and 17th century, glowing sparkling luster ceramic glasses used in the Islamic world. Later in Europe, they include silvers or coppers and other types of nanoparticles in the ceramics. The Italians utilized the nanoparticles to produce the ceramics in 16th century. They were influenced by Ottoman techniques. In Ottoman techniques from the 13th to the 18th century, cement-type nanowires and carbon nanotubes were used to provide the strength, resistance, and the capacity to hold a sharp edge in the fabrication of blades. In 1857, Michael Faraday investigated the synthesis and characteristics of colloidal suspensions of ruby gold. In 1908, Gustav Mia invented the Mia theory, which is the full of mathematical physical descriptions of scattering of electromagnetic waves by homogeneous spherical particles. Mia theory explains the interactions of light with a gold nanoparticle through the absorption, scattering, and extinction cross-section. The creations of electron microscope by Max Knoll and Aaron Truska at Berlin Technic High School in 1931 finally overcome the barriers to high resolution that had been imposed by limitations of visible light. And because of this invention, today we see the actual size of nanoparticle and also see individual atom. In 1936, Erwin Muller invented field emission microscopy (FEM). The phenomenon of the field electron emissions was used to obtain an image on the detectors on the basis of difference in the work functions of various crystallographic planes on the surface. In 1947, William Shockey, Walter Brattain, and John Bardeen, who discovered the first semiconductor, which also known as a point contact transistor. On the December 29, 1957, Feynman made a statement at the annual American Physical Society about the nanoscience. He said there is a plenty room at the bottom. After the 15 years, Noru Taniguchi, a Japanese scientist, was the first to use and define the term nanotechnology, which is mainly consists of processing of separation, configuration and deformation by atom or one molecule. Nanotechnology is a now interdisciplinary field that include mechanics, electronics, chemistry, physics, material science, electrochemical system, and the use of bioengineering and biomedicine for gene therapy or medication application. Nanotechnology brings up new avenues for achieving desired outcomes. Both scientists and engineering utilize various methodologies and tools to do this. So, conclusion of this video is nothing really happens in this universe. Everything is happened one time. We just have to give it a touch. That is most important.